In today's fast-paced world, organizations need to acclimate and adapt to change. No one needs to be reminded of how change was thrust upon all of us in the last almost 3 years due to the pandemic. Leaders had to find ways to adapt to keep their organizations functional while assuring staff job security. It is not news that the whole process was quite challenging, but mostly uncomfortable for everybody involved. People have a natural aversion to change, and when the workplace is being transformed, employees often feel threatened by the process. They think of negative consequences such as pay cuts, new managers, restructured teams, company-wide layoffs, and so on, feelings that are actually warranted. It is then a leader's job to help employees understand and cope with these challenges, because learning how to manage organizational change carefully and thoughtfully is an important part of leadership. This is where the discipline of change management comes into play, a structured approach that helps employees overcome their resistance to change and embrace the new work environment. The question now is, how do you develop this skill? What strategies can you employ to help you along the way? Change Manager, founder and Chief Innovation Officer at EduFluent, a change management consulting firm in America that specializes in change incubators and modern change technologies and tools, Nikki Jarvis is on First Issues. As someone who works in this space, how would you define change management in the simplest of terms?
We get that question a lot because most people haven't heard of change management. What it is it's simply a framework to help the people side of change. We experience all kinds of changes every single day. This discipline, this framework that we put within change helps that start to end point to get people from point A to point B.
Change can be quite unpleasant. It can be very uncomfortable, especially for people within an organization that is going through a change of sorts, right? So what strategies can leaders adopt that can help them carefully and thoughtfully manage this change for the benefit of their employees?
See, a lot of us experience change every day, but we don't necessarily put that framework. So what leaders need to do, we have a methodology, right? We have that framework in order to help them do that. It all starts with the case for change. Before you even start, why are you changing? What's in it for the organization? What's in it for the individuals? Why should they change? We need that as the foundation as a leader to enable the rest of the steps, which include things like removing barriers, paving the path. So in order to get from A to B, what is the path that will be taken? Change is most easy when there's less ambiguity, when there's less unknown in the change. So if a leader can start with that why message, pave that vision forward, show the path, that will help each organization and every individual within the organization be more successful for change.
Our conversation with Nikki Jarvis continues in a following episode, where we will talk about the soft skills needed to successfully navigate change in an organization.